Alright, so once we add in the camera into the level sequencer, we get all these components, aperture, focal length, manual focus distance, and your transform. So your current aperture, well first let's go to manual focus distance. If I click on my shot, we immediately get the details panel of our cinematic camera actor. If I go into focus settings, this manual focus distance will add it's so slow, sorry. We'll add that depth of field to my scene. Right? Right. Pretty sweet. And if I click this eyedropper tool, I can click on anything into the scene, which it will focus on. Okay? And I can just decrease the current aperture so that everything behind it will become a lot blurrier. Right? And I can always, change this, increase that, right? I can see when I bring it at a higher value, it, everything closer to the camera will be a lot more blurry, right? So I'm just gonna reset these and then reset the current aperture here. And then I do want to focus on just the treasure chest right now. Bring the current aperture slightly down, right? Depth of field is super necessary in any of the animation, right? In pretty much anything here. So, okay. So those are, that's what these do. Transform is exactly, what it sounds like. If I want to animate the camera going a little bit forward into the scene, I would, in my location here, which you have a lot more control for X, Y, and Z. Same thing for rotation, roll, pitch, yaw. It's you roll, we're rolling, pitch, up and down, and then yaw, side to side. Scale, same thing, X, Y, and Z. But for the camera, scale doesn't really matter. So I just want to move forward into my scene. So I'm going to hit the keyframe for location. So first, actually, if I hit the keyframe for transform, it'll give me all the keyframes for location, rotation, and scale. That's fine, too. But I just want to do location for right now. So I'm starting actually behind where my scene starts, because I want, when my animation starts, to look like we're already moving in the scene. Not, we start moving as soon as the scene starts, right? So I'm going to come out of my camera view. I'm selecting my shot. I can see our camera views here. I'm just going to pin that, hit location, the keyframe. You can see that keyframe starts. I'm going to move into the scene, and now I'm moving this forward into the scene. Maybe I want to go even deeper. And hit location again. I'm going to go back to the front here, look through my camera view. If I hit play, now I'm moving sideways in the scene. That's because the transform here is set to global, but I want it to be local, right? So you can see how that moves. So I'm just going to delete these. You highlight, select them, delete. I'm going to move here. And also, if I'm in the view here, I can actually right-click. First, I'm going to hit, transform on all of these. I'm going to move forward into the scene. Now, I'm just going to move slightly forward into the woods here. And I'm going to hit transform again. And back to the front. You can see I hit play. And I'm moving further in. Just like that. Obviously, if I wanted this to be faster, I would highlight these. And I'd bring them in faster to the scene. I can see now that's faster. And also, you are able to, anything that has like this little button next to it, you're able to animate the focus distance. So right now, I'm gonna, keyframe all of these, and maybe I'm just gonna bring this up just a little bit so that it gets more clear once we get into the scene. You can see how that changes. Now the depth of field is going there. So that's the settings here for your camera.